Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today I wanted to talk about a story that came out while I was on vacation, and it was about the weird and bizarre thing that happened when Bobby Brown did a tribute to his late ex-wife, Whitney Houston, and his new wife got all weird. So let's talk about it. So Bobby Brown had an emotional tribute to Whitney Houston that turned tense after his new wife's reaction leaves fans talking. A birthday to remember. August 9th, 2025 marked what would have been Whitney Houston's 62nd birthday. Fans across social media flooded social media with different tributes to The Voice, remembering her unmatched talent, her timeless songs, and the legacy that she left behind, right? And among the posts that caught the internet's attention was one from Bobby Brown, who of course is Whitney's ex-husband. The two shared a famously turbulent relationship, but also moments of undeniable love and a daughter, Bobby Christina, whose own tragic passing still weighs heavily on fans' hearts. The tribute that touched millions. Early that morning, Bobby had posted a photo from the 90s, Whitney laughing, eyes closed, microphone in hand. Alongside it, he wrote, "Happy heavenly birthday, Nippy. You gave me music, love, and our greatest gift, our daughter. Rest easy, baby girl, always in my heart." For many fans, the message was raw, tender, and unexpectedly vulnerable. It seemed to bridge the years of public drama with a deep, enduring respect for Whitney's legacy. The reaction, though, that raised eyebrows. The moment didn't go unnoticed, though, by Bobby Brown's wife, Alicia Etheridge Brown, Bobby's wife since 2012. Hours later, she posted a cryptic Instagram story in white text with a black background that read, "Some memories belong in the past for a reason." Girl, what? No, I know you lying. So she didn't name names, but the timing was impossible to ignore. Screenshots spread across quickly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, igniting debates among fans. Was it an unrelated thought? No, it wasn't. Or a thinly veiled comment about Bobby's public tribute to Whitney. And the internet split into different reactions. Some people were praising Bobby for honoring Whitney despite their complicated history. It's about respect, not romance. Then there were some boundaries that people felt were, inappropriate. So they felt that Bobby Brown's wife's discomfort was understandable. No. You were married to Whitney Houston. Like, what are we talking about? One of the icons of a lifetime. There's no comparison. There's no comparison at all. So somebody felt publicly posting about an ex, especially on an emotional level, can sting. Another user commented, one Twitter post summed up the sentiment: "It's possible to love your spouse and still pay tribute to someone who shaped your life. Both feelings can exist." Why this hits deeper for longtime fans, Bobby and Whitney's story is inseparable from the music of the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Their relationship was infamous as it was intense, marked by love, conflict, addiction battles, and mutual influence on each other's careers. Whitney's death in 2012 and Bobby Christina's passing in 2015 cemented their shared history and tragedy. For many, Bobby's tribute wasn't romantic. It was a recognition of a chapter that changed him forever. The balance between past and present. Celebrity relationship, especially as ones as public as Bobby and complicated as Bobby and Whitney's, often linger in the public imagination long after they end. For partners that come later, Navigating that legacy can be challenging. Relationship experts note that anniversaries, birthdays, and milestones often bring old emotions to the surface, especially when grief is involved. It's not unusual for surviving partners to feel compelled to honor the past, says therapist Dr. Lila Jennings. The key is transparency with the current partner. What Bobby did next was later in the evening, Bobby shared another post, this time a candid selfie with Alicia and their 3 children, captioned, "Family is everything. Love the ones you're with. Honor the ones you've lost." The post was interpreted as many as an attempt to reassure his wife while still standing by his earlier tribute. It received thousands of likes and comments from fans urging peace and understanding. Why fans can't always look away. Part of the fascination lies in the fact that Whitney remains such a towering cultural figure. Every new detail about her life, her music, or her relationship draws public interest. Bobby's tribute and the drama that followed taps into that enduring connection. One fan wrote, "Whitney's gone, but her story lives on to the people who knew and loved her. That's what makes moments like this so powerful and so complicated." The legacy continues. Whether Alicia's post was truly about Bobby's tribute or not, the conversation it sparked highlights an important truth. Grief, love, and loyalty don't follow simple timelines. For Bobby Brown, honoring Whitney Houston on her birthday was not about reopening old wounds. It was about keeping alive the memory of a woman whose voice changed music forever and whose present shaped his life that will never fade. And for fans, it was another reminder that even behind the glamour and gossip, celebrities wrestle with the same tangled mix of past and present and love and loss as we all do. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Bobby's current wife needs to understand she's never going to be Whitney Houston. I also read somewhere, allegedly, that the kids are not even, the new kids that Bobby Brown shares with his new wife, they're not even allowed to listen to Whitney Houston in the house. No, but they're allowed to listen to Mariah Carey. Now, what's funny about this is that Mariah Carey says her inspiration is Whitney Houston. Make it make sense. And her and Whitney Houston did a song together. Make it make sense. Nobody was checking for Bobby Brown's current wife, and there's rumors about how she used to get down or whatever else, but nonetheless, as it pertains to what this is, right? It's giving insecurity, it's giving jealousy, it is giving that you cannot compete with somebody who's not even here on this earth anymore. You can't even compete with Whitney Houston. It don't matter how long you stay married to Bobby Brown. It don't matter how many kids you have with Bobby Brown. You are not going to compare to Whitney Houston in any capacity. Her legacy, what she brought to the industry, the entertainment industry, the movie industry, the acting industry, and how much of an amazing person she was, how many people loved her, how many records she broke. Her discography is on point till this day. You cannot compete with Whitney Houston. And to try to bully your husband into what he can and can't say about Whitney Houston, and they shared a child together as well, like, it's just disgusting behavior. It is absolutely disgusting behavior. It's giving that, you know, you can't stand on your own. And you think trying to erase Whitney Houston is going to somehow bring you into some type of a bigger light, is going to somehow make the shine, make you get all the shine, make you get all of the accolades and everything else. And that's not how this works. Even Bobby Brown's biopic, nobody cared about you and him and y'all's connection. Everybody was talking about the moments that he had with Whitney Houston. Like, again, you do not compete with Whitney Houston. You cannot compete with their love story. You cannot compete with what they had and the hold that they had on the industry, good and bad, because of the tabloids and all the rumors and all the foolishness. But none of the less, for you to make Bobby Brown's tribute to his late wife, who was the mother of his child, about yourself is disgusting. Is absolutely disgusting. Whitney is no longer here. The child that her and Bobby Brown shared together is no longer here. And you keep throwing shade. You keep trying to ban Whitney Houston. I saw in certain recent interviews Bobby Brown did, like, I believe for the Shannon Sharpe interview, he really wasn't allowed to talk about Whitney Houston, allegedly. But on the interview that he did with Sean Stockton from Boyz II Men's podcast, he was able to talk a little bit more about Whitney Houston. Like, you need to lift the reins, because it's getting weird. It is getting absolutely weird. Now, people are going to have their opinions on what they think of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston as a couple and everything else, but his wife is doing way too much for me. She's doing absolutely way too much, and she needs to let this go. She'd be better off preserving this, the legacy and everything else, but she wants Whitney Houston to be erased for whatever reason. And she wants to make it seem like, oh, I'm the love of Bobby Brown's life. Oh, because I've been married to him so long and I've done this and I have more kids with them and da-da-da-da-da-da. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. When you talk about Whitney and Bobby, like that's a whole nother, that's a level that you're never going to reach. And for you to try to throw shade at that and try to dismiss it, it is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And it just shows that you still feel away. You still know that you can't compete with Whitney Houston on any level. So all you feel that you can try to do is try to erase stuff and try to make it seem like Bobby can't talk about her, as if that's going to stop the fans from talking about her. Like, make it make sense. So there's that. That's it. That's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.